See if that works. Hey, it says we're live. Phone. Confirm.
Waiting for it.
We are live.
There you go.
That's how I know we are live. Thank you, Zelda.
We got the piece of the puzzle.
Yay. All right. Well, welcome everyone to another episode of the Talk Anime to Me podcast on the Speaking of Anime channel. I am your host, Marc Selby, and joining me today is
Immunity Zero.
our other host. Hooray! It's a twofer today. Just the boys, as they say.
Just the boys.
Just the boys.
Let that sink in.
Yeah. Well, I'm not used to having just the two of us. It's been a while. Great. Okay, got it. Hey, Ender's here. Sweet.
Hey, Ender. The boys.
The boys. We watched The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And
we did.
The movie we watched was NiNoKuni. And we are going to talk about those here very shortly. Spoilers.
Yeah,
If you
spoilers.
haven't watched it, you're gonna learn all about it.
Turn away now if you don't want to know the end.
Ender says, I'm not even used to having immunity. How do you think I feel?
Well, in this day and age, Ender, none of us have immunity, apparently.
Oh!
Zing. Yeah, you got to forgive me. That was a very bad dad joke.
That was off the top, though, like off the cap.
Yeah, boom.
Yep.
You're welcome.
So we watched The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which the synopsis I don't have in front of me. I'll just say it. Basically, the universe is in love with this girl, and hijinks ensue.
Yeah, I mean, for lack of all the other words, that's right on the.
That's pretty much the show.
That is the show. Good night, everyone.
We're done. Quickest
Spoiler
podcast
review
ever.
Over. Yeah. So we watched the show.
We watched it. I've seen it probably a dozen times.
This was my first go.
Krista chose it for us. I was super salty about it because that was literally my next choice. I have a little list, and I have it in order of what I want to choose. And she was like, we're going to watch this. And I was like, fuck, cool. No, edit list.
Yeah, that's the joy of having multiple hosts. You'd never know what the other one's going to choose.
Yeah, that's true. It's happened to me a couple times now.
Yeah. That was like you chose Cowboy Bebop a couple of, many moons ago at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is our first episode of 2021, so the world has not fallen apart.
Yeah, it hasn't fully fallen apart. I had a kid, so I was taking time off, and other life stuff was happening to others. So
yeah. You had a kid, and now we've got another president.
We do.
And
that happened on the same day.
The same day.
Yeah, inauguration day was the day my daughter was born.
Well, then she will either love or hate who was chosen. So
right. Well, she won't know. That won't have any bearing on her life until she won't even think about it probably until she's near adult age.
So you've got at least until after the singularity occurs.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So they keep pushing back, but I'm going to stick to 2029 because that's what I was told.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And you've got a great congratulations from Ender coming in the chat.
Yeah. It's been a crazy couple months now.
Yeah. but it's always good to be back. So.
Oh, indeed. So
Now about this anime.
yeah, let's talk about this anime.
Let's talk about it.
What did you feel going into this anime? How did you what was that? Damn, I don't even have the questions up. I am so unprepared. How did you feel going into the anime, and how do you feel about it now?
So when I saw the full title, my first thought, and it's going to sound weird, but my first thought was that of the album almost 25 years ago, maybe even 25 years ago at this point, from Smashing Pumpkins. Melancholy, the Infinite Sadness.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I love the title. I have no idea what it's about. I know you and Krista probably had an idea. Obviously, Krista, because she chose it. She's like, let's watch this.
Yeah.
And it was spur of the moment, too, because this wasn't the original pick.
Right.
So going in, I had no idea what to think other than the title and, the whole thing where you don't judge a book by its cover or its title. Just go and figure out what it's about.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I had no idea. Coming out, disappointing. I mean, it wasn't 100% bad.
Yeah.
But it's also, as I told anyone that wanted to hear my review before going in for me reviewing here, I told them, I said this anime, oddly enough, suffers from early 2000s syndrome.
Oh, no, you're you're on the money there. I agree completely.
Yeah. Now the animation, the aesthetics, the voice acting, amazing. Whoever produced this found the right ones. They animated it as good as they could have for the time, but that's what it definitely suffered from. And that's what I took coming out of it. So I didn't 100% dislike it. I mean, I won't say that I hated it because I didn't hate it.
Right.
I think when I was watching it, I expected more because you could kind of see where the storyline was going.
Right.
And then by the end, I'm like, there's so much more that you could have done with this instead of wasting each episode. I'm like, but yeah, that's my thoughts going in and coming out. How about you, Mark?
So, man, first going into it was probably the year it came out. I watched it probably the year it came out. So, first going into it, that was, like you said, early 2000s. And first going into it, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? This is so random. I'm a little intrigued. And then I watched it all and I was like, okay, I love this.
Yep.
Into it now, rewatch it for the first time in like 6 years, probably 5 years.
Gotcha.
I went into it with more knowledge, obviously, having grown older and matured. I caught on to things that I hadn't caught on before, and I don't know. It was almost fresh. It was almost fresh for me, and I still really enjoy it. I have a lot of good memories with it. So, but yeah, it does suffer from early 2000 syndrome for sure.
Yeah, it kept wanting to be something more than what it was giving us.
Yes.
It's like you have the ability to give more, so give more.
Yeah.
Like the idea is great. The storylines suffer. I don't know what the writers are trying to do or what the writer was trying to do.
It's sad because I know Krista wanted to watch the second season. I actually kind of wanted to try and find the movie because we were left with that first season for a long, long time.
That's what I saw.
And then they gave us the movie and the second season. And the movie was a lot better. It was very, it tied a lot of stuff together from the first season that was left open. And gave us a lot more answers and gave us a lot more, gave us a lot more. And everyone was like super hyped for it. And then season 2 came out and they were overly ambitious with it and it fell flat.
Yeah, from what I understand, it was like they had too many things going on during the second season. It's almost like they started writing something and they're like, "Oh wait, let's go over here."
Yeah. Yep.
And that's kind of what season 1 was. And
Yes.
I watching it from episode 1 to 14 this time, like when the first time that I watched it, and then I did some research on it, I noticed because some things were like happening, and I was like, why are they talking about this now? Like,
Yeah.
and then I found out why. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, so you did a bit of Memento. It's like everything's going in reverse, kind of.
Right. Right.
Now, I think that's how someone should watch it. I don't think they should watch it from 1 to 14. I think they should watch it the way that they first released it.
Yes.
I didn't go back and watch it from what the actual chronological order was because I don't think that would be as enjoyable. And with everything that I have an issue with this anime, it's like I still fully enjoyed watching it. I just wanted more.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Delta. Introducing new things in a show that's already tied up all previous loose ends is a heavily delicate art that very few can handle properly. It's very true.
Yeah, it's almost like Matrix and then the following two.
So, what Immunity was referring to, by the way, is that this is like the first time that ever happened in an anime that I know of. But there was, at the end of an episode where they do a preview of the next episode, both main characters would argue about which episode to watch next. There's the main character, Haruhi, who is like loved by the universe, and she's like, I want this to happen, and then it just fucking happens, and it's insane. Insanity ensues.
Yeah.
She'll be like, no, the next episode we should watch is this, and it'll be like, you're on episode 1, and she's telling you to watch episode 5, and then the other main character, her friend Kyon, is like, no, episode 2 is next, and both are right. Basically, Kyon is doing it by order of when the show episodes were released, where Haruhi is telling you to watch it by timeline of inside the show's universe timeline. And both are right. They're both a little screwy, but it's interesting because it gives it immediate rewatchability.
Yeah, that was one of my highest grades was the rewatchability.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we graded on.
Finding that, I remember when I found that out, I was like, so my mind was fucking blown. I was like, what? No. And then I rewatched it and I was like, what? This all still makes way more sense.
Yeah, and it does sound like a super interesting concept.
It is a cool concept.
But
But then you realize, like, as we've gotten older, like you said, 2000s 2000 syndrome, and like the story is a mess. It's kind of everywhere. It's not strong, but it keeps you going. Like, it keeps adding little things here and there to really get you going to go to the next episode.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah. But then you go to the next episode and you're like, but what about what happened in the last episode?
They don't care.
Exactly. Well, Haruhi doesn't care. That's the thing.
It reminded me of like watching old episodes of Saved by the Bell.
Oh God.
It's like there's no continuity except for the main characters, but what they did previous doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Zach Morris is trash.
That's such a great thing.
Thank you, Andrew. It's my favorite. It lets me know.
Yeah.
So that was a cool concept. I really enjoyed it. Then I'm gonna talk a little bit about season 2. I kind of touched on this with Immunity and Krista in the chat at one point, but what really fell flat for them was the overambitious. So Haruhi, like I mentioned, if she wants something to happen, it usually happens in unexpected ways. they were having fun over the summer, and summer vacation was about to end, and she didn't want it to end. And therefore, we got 8 episodes. They're known as Endless 8. And what it is every episode of Endless 8 is the same episode with just a few tweaks to clothing that they're wearing and a few lines. And so it's basically almost the exact same episode 8 times in a row before the other main character, Kyon, figures out what's happening and breaks the cycle. And people were pissed.
It's very lazy writing.
It is. I think they were trying to be ambitious with it because, again, it makes sense for the character Haruhi to do something like that because she's super selfish.
Yeah.
And she also doesn't know that she has this power. So she has no, like, actual control over it. So it makes sense that this would happen, but to then actually make 8 episodes was a little too much. And yeah, that alone, like, they lost like half their, from what I understand, they lost like half their viewership. And that was the first half of the season. So the last half of the season had like no viewers, and then they weren't able to, I think they made one more movie and that was it.
Yeah, and I think the distribution is done by Bandai, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
Like, I think they own the license, and they're, I don't know what you do with that license, and except you're like, Crunchyroll, you guys want this?
Right, it's not on Crunchyroll, so.
Yeah. How about you, AT&T? You got rid of Crunchyroll. You guys want to try again?
It's on Funimation's website, so.
Yeah, Funimation, man. One day, maybe I'll just go ahead and purchase a membership, but because I tell you, those advertisements, my gosh.
No shit, though.
Which, nothing wrong with that, Funimation. Yeah. But still, you have too many ads. It's like watching a video on YouTube, and it's like a 10-minute video, and you got about 3 minutes of advertisements. It's like, oh my gosh, I just want to watch this video.
That's exactly it, Ender. That's exactly it, yes.
Yeah, you nailed it. Someone needs to just tell her that she's God. Right? And then I don't think we'd have this problem.
No shit. But they're afraid. That was the whole thing. It's like, no, we're not going to tell her, because what if telling her destroys everything, because then she'll know, and then who knows what chaos will ensue if she knows what power she has.
That's
like, there's already so much chaos happening because she knows. Basically, characters start showing up. One's an alien, one's an ESP, he's got psychic powers. Because one day she just wished that aliens and espers fucking existed, and all of a sudden they did. And so they're in her class, basically monitoring her to see what the fuck's going on, and try and like not let her know.
This is like a very sad religion.
Kind of, yeah. Like, there's one character who's a time traveler, and is basically back in time to make sure everything goes according to plan, because they didn't want the future to get fucked up.
But, like, is the writer trying to say something, or is it there? Maybe right. I'm looking too much into it, but it's like, are they making fun of organized religion? Be like,
I mean, you might not be wrong there.
Because obviously, I'm assuming that the author is probably Japanese.
Oh yeah,
I could be horribly wrong. I don't know, but that's my guess.
You are correct.
So Christianity over there, not as big, you know. Yeah. So I don't know. There could be something there. It's like, you can't tell your God that it's God because it might destroy the world. Because your God's bored? Like, right. What are you trying to say here? Or am I just looking way too much into this now?
It's a very
It's like,
ambiguous show at the same time.
yeah,
So there's all kinds of theories and questions that are probably never going to get answered. Um, but I want to discuss one of my favorite theories to this day, and
okay,
so we get a little insight on all of these different the time traveler, the ESP, the alien, and you kind of get a little idea of they're not like the top of their food chain. They answer to higher powers.
yep,
And the alien, especially, her name is Nagato Yuki. She will oftentimes not be able to answer questions because a higher power won't allow her. Everything she does, she has to report to a higher power, and basically the only orders she has to listen to is from this higher power. Like she's mentions it once or twice that like she goes along with Haruhi's orders because she wants to see what's going to happen.
yeah.
But other than that, you can give her an order, but she doesn't have to listen to it, and sometimes she just decides she's not going to. Every time Kyon gives her an order, she follows it without hesitation. And people are wondering if Kyon in the future it has something to do with is like her boss.
Huh. See, they need to explore that.
Right, and they never do. I've read all the manga and everything. They never do.
Oh my gosh. Someone needs to take all of the volumes of the manga and just beat the writers.
At one point, it gets the title changes from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya to I think it's like the Depression of Nagato Yuki or something like that. Basically, she goes insane and starts believing she's an actual real high school girl who has a crush on Kyon, and it gets all sappy romantic, and then Kyon has to fix it and put everything back to normal.
Even more of what they could have done, and now they can't do anything.
Right, because they fucked it up with Endless 8.
I mean, they can always reboot it, but why?
Why?
It's like, my gosh.
So yeah,
Uh-uh.
that's the anime.
Yeah, I mean, it was something.
It was.
I think you could watch it. You should watch it. But
Yeah.
it just felt
I
rushed.
love the ending. Not the ending of the show, but the ending of the anime itself. Every episode where they're all dancing in the classroom, and Kyon's just like there or like whatever. Here I am.
That fucking dance. The first time I heard this song, I was like, I like this song. It's okay. And then, no. Just no. Although the music helped it. It helped it transition from one episode to the next. And the episode where they did the live performance was great. It was very nicely done. But I thought that was kind of tongue in cheek. Like the words to the song and the title of the song is God Knows.
Yeah, it was.
It's like, what are you guys, you being cute here now? Like, and who are those words meant for? Yeah. She's not talking about anybody but Kyon.
Yep.
I mean, I see right through it.
Yep.
And the opening guitar riff is fantastic. I think it's a bit like they're all over the place. And then the song slows down.
Yeah.
And then she like starts talking to him. That's what it is. She's talking.
Yep.
And then everything comes together at the end, and it's like it's just a bunch of just chaos. And it's like I think the show needed more of that instead of trying to be cute. Like it could have been a bit more serious, keeping a bit of comedy, almost like Durara.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, they were sitting on a gold mine like that, to where they could have just put 24 episodes or combined 2 seasons together, whatever they needed to do, and then just explore each character more than what they did. Like that little tidbit you told me about the alien is like, that should have been in the show.
Right.
Not this endless.
And I think that's
bullshit.
the second movie is about that, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard anything about them except for people talk about the fan base, and apparently the fan base is like really annoying.
yeah.
Like, and that seemed like they were trying to please them more than continue on. Because like this could have been season 1, and it could have been a setup and just build upon for seasons 2, and who knows how long they could go. So they could have done a lot more.
No, absolutely, they could have. Yeah. I think they knew they were only getting one season and so many episodes, because it did take them like another 5 years almost to get season 2 out. So,
4 years.
So I don't know. I don't have an excuse for it. I think that might be part of it. Like they were just like, okay, let's get the base of the story from the manga out, and if we get renewed, great, we'll go crazy. And then they got renewed, and they're like, let's go crazy. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that's just what you got to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about our favorite characters and our least favorite characters.
All right. So favorite character for sure is Kyon.
Hell yeah.
He set the mood.
Kyon's the best. He's my
fantastic.
fucking favorite.
I think he knew how to just control everything, and I think the voice actor also helped with him being my favorite. But hands down, he was my favorite.
Yeah, Kyon's the best. He's so sarcastic and just I don't want to do this, but I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyon's great. Easily my favorite as well.
Oh, nice. Nice. There is a consensus.
Yes.
Booyah. Krista, hopefully you like him too.
Watch me be like, no, I hated Kyon. Damn it.
Probably. He's like, he's such a jerk. It's a horrible impression.
Least favorite character?
Haruhi.
Haruhi's your least favorite?
What was that?
I said Haruhi is your least favorite?
Yeah. She's... My God.
She's your god? I mean, she is a god, so...
I mean, if she's my god...
I really hate myself.
That's just... Talk about chaos. Ugh,
yeah.
There you go. She's the god of 2020.
Damn it. That makes so much more sense. Such a fucking psychopath. Actually, my least favorite character, Izumi, I think his name is. Is that the ESP guy? I don't like him at all. He's such a fucking prick. He's just there. Every now and again, he just starts shaking shit up just to fucking piss Kyon off, and I'm like, oh, you're unbearable. You're just
I guess he had to be there, kind of just be the antagonist to
he was
Kyon.
Antagonistic.
But,
my second favorite character was Nagato Yuki, and my second least favorite character was Asahina, the time traveler.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a pointless character.
Yeah,
but maybe she had more.
She did.
I don't know. There's so much in the manga, probably, to where there's not enough.
I mean, yeah,
because they don't explore anything.
Yeah, later on, there's more time travel hijinks shit. But first season, Asahina can nah.
Well, the problem with having any kind of time traveler, any kind of time travel in any genre is like you got to be careful when you write that into a main story.
True.
Because it has to make sense.
Yeah.
And when you start doing that, you have to change things like 5 times based on one little movement.
Right.
It's like, and 5 is being like easy.
Yeah.
It could be more than that. So I can understand why that character is not, but still, annoying. Yes, for sure.
So yeah, those are our favorite characters and least favorite characters. And we didn't really talk about the characters all that much. I think Yuki is my second favorite only because of the episode where she fucking fights the class rep and then that whole insanity happened. That was so fucking out of left field and cool as shit.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell?
Basically, you find out that the class rep is also an alien who is a subordinate to Nagata Yuki's character and thinks that the best way to get a reaction now, because Haruhi's kind of like leveled out on her activity of doing crazy shit, is to kill Kyon so that it will get a reaction out of her. And Yuki's just like, oh, fuck, no, that's not happening. And they have this fucking epic fight. Like even if you don't want to watch the anime, Google Yuki versus class rep Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. It's a cool fight. And a really,
animated
really
well.
good animation for the time.
Definitely animated. I mean, 2006, but still.
Yeah, it was good animation for that
There's
time.
some good fight scenes back in that time.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's hard to believe it was 15 years ago, but yeah.
Right.
This anime came out before the first iPhone. Put that in perspective.
Oh wow, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Goodness.
Is there anything you'd change about the show? We were kind of talked about that, didn't we? Kind of like combining the seasons, maybe not doing Endless 8.
Yeah. Don't do Endless 8. Expand more.
Yeah. If they could have even if they could have just put in like a couple more episodes to instead of doing a movie, so that everything ties by the end of the series, the first season, that would have been way better, because the movie really completes that first season, and it's just it sucks that we had to wait like a year or two for that movie, and then it finally tied it all up, and everyone was like, yay! Fucking now let's do season 2 because now we understand what the fuck's happening, and then they fell flat on their face. But no, they should have done the movie into the first season. That's what I would have changed.
In an odd way, it's like this show was. It seems like it was before its time. Like, I think if it would have came out, say 4 or 5 years ago, they would have better writing, better animation. Although the animation, again, was fluid. Loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
But I think it's something they could bring back if they wanted to do that. They're probably not. But I think there would be enough interest, because everyone still loves anime.
Right.
Even if you hate it, you still love it. Because at one point you watched it. So. But I mean, we discussed what I would change or what you would change, and what would keep the same. It's just, it's like I said, that early 2000s syndrome. It's like you're trying to put so much out there just to get noticed, and you've already got source material to go on. So, but overall, it's enjoyable.
Yeah. So then, I guess let's rate this thing.
I'm not gonna delay anything. My rating was a 6.8.
Well, I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't hate it, because it's one of those things where the anime has a good storyline. They just need to expand on that storyline and use what they have in the manga. Not that I know there's more in the manga. It's like, why didn't you do that? Yeah. Almost to the point where I'm like, I'm going to lower my rating, but I'm not going to do that.
So before I give you my rating, just know that since it came out, from the point that it came out to now when I've rewatched it, it was in my top 5 favorite anime of all time.
Oh wow!
And it's not my top 5 anymore, but it's close. So when I first went to rate it, I was like, I'm going to rate it right now based on memory, and it was like 9, like a solid 9.
Right.
But after rewatching it and re-going over it, I'm giving it like a 7.8.
Oh, 7.8. Okay, gotcha.
So, and really, it's the writing, the animation, Like there's each category has a little bit of fault going down. But yeah, it's 7.8 for me.
Gotcha. I mean, like I said, and we've both mentioned it. It's not a bad anime.
No, not at all.
I mean, you should definitely watch it. Like this is definitely not the worst rating that I've given an anime.
Well, no, we have shit on there like fucking Cabaneri and fucking Vatican Miracle.
Happy Sugar Life.
Yeah, that's okay. I get it. We watched a really bad one. Spice and Wolf.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Happy Sugar Life has all of them beat.
Yeah, I think so. You're right.
Good God. Why did I choose that?
Well, we didn't know. We're like,
no.
Oh, this looks cute, and it's a psychological horror. That sounds like a fun time. Oh, no.
Well, now we know better.
Yeah.
And so does anyone who's listened to that episode.
All right.
We can't scrub our brains or our eyeballs.
Oh, shit.
But out of you and me with the rating, this has got a 73%. So it's not horrible.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to reveal what anime we'll be watching next, or do you want to wait till after the movie?
I can reveal it now, and I think that's fine. Okay. That's what we normally do. Yeah. So this, I don't know when it came out, as far as what month, but I do know it's basically brand new. It's 2021.
Oh,
it looks good. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't suck. I believe there are 12 episodes. It is called High Rise Invasion.
I was looking at that, scrolling through the anime on Netflix the other day, and I read the synopsis for that. Yeah.
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 As soon as I read the synopsis, I'm like, this sounds good.
High Rise Invasion. Let's see. Give me the fucking synopsis, you bastards.
There we go. I think I can pull it up. It says, high schooler Yuri finds herself atop a skyscraper in a strange world where she must survive against masked assailants. Uh-oh, I think I just started it. Why did it start?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, okay, so, yeah. I've been seeing more and more of this stuff on, like, TikTok and shit. I've been seeing little clips of it, and I've been like, oh, no, go away. I plan on watching that someday. Don't spoil it for me.
So that last part was masked assailants bent on killing their prey. I don't know why it started, because I didn't press play. So... Okay, gotcha.
Perfect. High Rise Invasion. Cool. Yeah.
High Rise Invasion. It looks like a sci-fi horror. So
it's definitely like a psychological horror of some kind. Yeah.
But I'm going to. I'm not going to say anything because I thought the same thing was going to be good with Happy Sugar Life, and we all know how that turned out.
Right. Like, I hear this is supposed to be fucked up, but I don't think it's going to be like that kind of fucked up.
It still looks pretty fucked
Netflix,
up.
So.
Well, it's rated TVMA, so you know.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
So. I don't know when we're going to watch it, but if you're listening, be sure to tune in next month. So.
Yeah, we'll figure that out before we go. So then I guess we move on to NiNoKuni, the movie we watched.
You know, when you first told me we were watching that, I had no idea that. I mean, like, I heard of the video game, but I didn't know.
Right.
I was
I've
like,
never played the video
same thing?
But I know that it's. I think the video game came out first. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I knew about the video game before I knew about the anime. And I'd never played the game, but I've heard good things about it, and then, so that's why I chose the movie. So yeah,
Yeah.
not that easy.
Did you want to go over the synopsis for that?
Yeah, basically, these two fucking chuckleheads. I don't have it up
For the
in
way
front
that
of
it
me.
started, yeah, I was like, you fucking chuckle.
These two fucking chuckleheads. Two high school boys that are best friends.
Chuckleheads. Stupid
Fucking
chuckleheads.
chuckleheads. These two boys that are best friends in high school or middle school or whatever, are trying to save their friend who, while in doing so, gets transported to a fantasy realm, and they find that while they can't find their friend, they find a princess who looks exactly like their friend, and who's been cursed. And when they break the curse on the princess, it has dire consequences on the friend from their world, and they just kind of go back and forth between their worlds, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And there's some deception, and there's some magic, and
So let me tell you something.
yeah.
As soon as this started and they were transported or whatever the fuck it was to that other world, like, I already knew how it was going to end.
Same. Fucking same.
I'm like, he's in a wheelchair in our world, then he can magically walk
In the other
in
world.
the
He
other
doesn't
world.
want to go home.
It's like, I am home.
So, while I enjoyed it, I didn't need to watch it to know what, I think I was 20 minutes in and I was like, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen, and it pretty much telegraphs exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, but it still wasn't bad. I still enjoyed it. But it was still like, I mean, it was the animation was pretty good. The story was, it was a shorter movie too. It was only like an hour and a half, so there wasn't like a lot of time to drag shit out. It was very next thing's happening.
The whole time I'm watching, I was like, can I speed this up?
I'm not gonna lie, I watched it at 1.5 speed.
I thought about doing that because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I want to see if I'm right. Does it end the way I think it's gonna end? And then I got to the end. I'm like, fuck it. I didn't waste my time because I enjoyed watching it. Because that run, it was very reminiscent of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I was like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, speaking of, I think they did season 2 of that, but that's another conversation. But it felt very much like a video game when I was watching it.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah. I knew as soon as they're like, "Oh, the sword this magic badass sword has disappeared from our lands so many years ago." I was like, "Oh, okay, so it's gonna show up here in like 10 minutes," and then it did.
Right there.
And what was the name of it? Oh shit, the Monstar sword, was that what it was?
Yeah, something lame like that.
So, yes, lame, but okay. I'm pretty sure it was Monstar because I started singing every time they mentioned its name. I started singing Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
Monster! Give me the power to do the things.
They should have had that song playing over the whole movie. Just have someone do the hell? I'm losing my train of thought. The AVA.
Oh yeah.
Like
an AMV or.
Yeah, AMV. What the hell? I couldn't even think of that. But you can't do that anymore. But
yeah,
it was something to watch.
It wasn't bad.
No,
I knew that they were like, the guy was like, "I'm gonna kill this bitch for my woman in the real world. This is just a dream." I was like, "Oh, so edgy." He's in
Yeah,
black
they were.
armor. Ooh.
So you guys can really do something more with this, and then you're sticking with this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, stop.
I enjoyed it though. It was alright. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Would I watch
kind
it
of
again?
cliche.
No.
No.
Would I recommend someone watch it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's a good time. Especially if you haven't seen it. It's a nice little flick.
Yeah. Just watch it in the afternoon. Don't make it your movie night.
Yeah.
'Cause, no. Yeah. That's a waste of your time.
Right.
But hey, it's still enjoyable. And we don't normally rate movies, but
Yeah, we don't really rate movies, do we? Yeah.
both of those chuckleheads got what they deserved.
Those fucking chuckleheads. And then
Just call it that.
and then they all tried to be all fucking like exponential, or yeah, I think that's the right word. At the end, where Haru, I think his name was, the guy who was originally manipulated in the dark armor. He was like, "Oh, he wasn't actually real. He was just like a part of me." And it's like, no, he was real. You explained how everyone's just losing their memory of him because he didn't come back with you.
Yeah, which makes you wonder, like, why do you remember him if he was never here?
Right. Like, well,
it's like it would have
no
been
one remembers
easier to
that he was
say.
there, but
Yeah,
he does
like
because he
it was
still has all the
instantaneous.
memories. Right. So I don't know. It was like that part. I was like, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah. They could have just cut it right at the end.
Right. And then, like, did you watch out? There was a little scene after the credits of.
Oh, I did watch that.
Yeah, all it is him getting crowned, and everyone like, yay!
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
How convenient. Now he's a
Right.
fucking king.
Right, and I'm like, it would have been better if instead of that, it showed the world getting destroyed that he was in, because they said in the movie that he couldn't stay, or else it would destroy the world, or it would bring great catastrophe.
Which should have happened.
Which
but
is
then
what
they
should have
cleaned
fucking
it up
happened.
by saying, "Oh, he was never meant to be here. He's a part of me."
So stupid.
It's like one of those. You ever seen City of Angels?
Oh, not in a long fucking time, but yes.
That's what it's like. Like, I'm gonna give up my angelhood and go down to Earth and be with her, and then she fucking dies
And then she fucking dies.
because she's being like riding with no arms on her freaking bicycle, and here comes a damn train, freaking semi. It's like, what are you doing?
You fucking idiot.
That's the ending of this movie.
Holy shit. 1998, that movie came out.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, I didn't know I've watched that movie a long time ago, but Jesus.
I think that was like the height of Nick Cage. Like, he's still doing stuff, but that was like, he was the man.
Right before he peaked at The Rock.
That was after The Rock, yeah.
Oh, was it after The Rock?
Yeah, The Rock was like 95 or 6.
Oh, was I thought it was 99.
This was like right before he did Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, this is right before his fucking career kind of plateaued.
It's like, I've won Best Actor. Now it's time to go downhill.
Now it's time to take every movie a director says.
Although, he is doing that movie coming up soon, sometime this year, that's basically Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
I mean, say what you will about Nick Cage, but he's willing to do anything.
I mean, he really is.
He's like, I don't care about money. I like doing shit.
He does. I think that's probably what it is now. He probably has so much fucking money that he's just like, fuck it. I'll just do whatever because why not?
Yeah, just do it. You
Which
might
is
get
in its own way kind of cool for like, especially for like new screenwriters and actors and shit and actors. That's kind of cool.
I just need a lead role. Who can I get? Ask Cage.
Yeah,
He'll do anything.
He'll do anything. It'll help you put your name on the map of people to work with.
He's got all these faces he makes.
3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them. Because they're all the same.
Okay. We've gone on a little tangent here.
Yeah, just a bit. I think
Krista has movie pick, and she isn't able to join us, so look out for us on Twitter. As soon as I can get a hold of her, I'll have her let me know what the movie she wants us to watch is, because it's her choice, and I will post it on the Twitterverse.
Yeah. So we shall be waiting for the movie pick.
Yes.
But as far as anime, we're watching High Rise.
That sounds awesome. Cool. I'm excited for that.
Even the name sounds great.
Yeah.
Although it kind of sounds like a Nick Cage movie.
It does. Bangkok Dangerous. High Rise Invasion.
There you go. That was the other name for High Rise Invasion.
Yeah, Bangkok Dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Nick Cage. I love you so much, but god damn it.
Yeah. Just stay away from bees.
Yeah. Okay, before we go though, what would you say was his peak? Was it The Rock or was it like Face Off?
I think his peak was probably Leaving Las Vegas was right where he peaked.
Oh, that's true.
That was his best film that he got appreciation for.
Yeah.
Now, I saw The Wicker Man in theaters when it came out, and I wanted a refund.
No shit. I mean,
but
Con Air was 97.
Yeah. Con Air was good. I think when he started going downhill was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, I think that is where his career just kind of was like, all right, well, that was a thing. What's next for Nick? Oh, okay.
He's done so many weird movies.
Yeah, like, if he puts out a good movie, it still gets a little overshadowed. Like, Ghost Rider was okay.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was alright, but I mean, it's a lot better than Gone in 60 Seconds, that's for fucking sure.
Even when he did Knowing, and then he did a movie called Next, I was like, these movies are good, but they're like, they should be sci-fi originals.
Right. Alright, that's enough about Nick Cage. We're gonna have to, if anymore, I'm going to have to start putting him in the tags.
At this podcast, this episode has been brought to you by Nick Cage.
Yeah, apparently, fuck.
Hey, who knows? Nick Cage, reach out to us. We'll interview you.
Well, yeah. I think
just
he
for
likes
the hell
anime.
of it.
I know he likes comics. I would not be surprised if he's into anime. You want to talk anime, Nick? We'll talk anime. Happily.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably likes anime. We could talk about Black Lagoon. I don't know what that is, but maybe Mark. Do you know what that is?
I haven't watched Black Lagoon, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I mean, that's right up my alley.
We shall put that on the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're done with Nick Cage talk tonight.
Yeah. So High Rise Invasion is what we're going to watch next month, and I think we should probably come up with a date. So we
let's see.
Do the 26th or 27th of this month. Give us a couple weeks to watch it, or we could do the 2nd or 3rd of April.
Let's see. I mean, if we can double check with Krista, 26th and 27th of this month, I think would be fantastic. My birthday is April 1st, so.
Okay, sure it is.
Yeah, haven't heard that before.
April Fools.
There you go. Hashtag April Fools. No, that is my birthday.
Okay. Well, perfect. All right. So then, yeah, let's try it for the 26th or 27th.
Believe me.
Believe me, damn it. I'm so sick of this.
Yeah. As of right now, we'll shoot for March 26th or March 27th.
Yeah, sounds good.
Depending. We'll see what Krista says. And then, like we said, we will wait for her movie pick, and then we'll let everybody know on Twitter.
On Twitter. Black Lagoon is my top 20 favorite anime. Nice. Okay. I've heard a lot about it. I know the basic premise of it. I just haven't sat down to watch it, so
Okay.
I will add that to the list of things to watch and possibly suggest for an anime pick. So
Yeah,
thank you
definitely.
for that.
I will go into it blindly if we ever choose to watch it, so I'm not going to do any research on it. But yeah, thanks for
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, caught us at the tail end there, but we're gonna wrap it up now, I believe. So thank you, Ender. Thank you, Legendary Anime JP Fan 2. Thank you for showing up and recommending Black Lagoon.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope you guys had a good night, or have a good night, and keep watching anime.
Yep. Keep doing it.
Keep it up. All right. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
All right. Good night. Bye.
Bye.